To finish up then, let's look at how we might use this rule object in the context of a form request. And if you're not familiar with form requests, we'll be looking at them. They're a brilliant way to move the validation out of your controller and into the kind of request layer of your application. So we're kind of going to do a bit of a switch back to the dependency injection for this, and I'll show you why once we get our validation, our form request created. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and run the make request command. I've already pulled this up here, and we're going to call this store coupon request. Now what this will do is it will create a requests folder, and it will create you a form request. And the first thing that we can do is set whether we want to authorize this request. Now usually I don't do the authorization in here, but this is a great way to do it if you do want to, just to keep that out of your controller. But more importantly, and obviously what we're discussing are the rules here. So essentially what I can now do is just move this over to here, and that's going to be much tidier. So we've moved it out of our controller, and all we need to do is switch over the request here with the store coupon request. And if you noticed, the form requests extend form request, which if we look this up extends request. So it's basically just like passing a request in. We're just doing a couple of things in the middle. Okay, so now that we've got this valid coupon custom rule in here, let's just look at how this works. So I'm going to type in a rule, a coupon that doesn't exist. We still see that this works. We're going to type in nothing. We still get that required validation kicking in. Now I'm going to choose one that does exist, and we get undefined variable coupon once again, of course, because we're trying to access coupon get model. Now to do this, I've found no other way around this, but I much prefer to create an extra database request when we're looking up a coupon like this, and I prefer to have my code clean over doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a method inside of here, and we're going to call this get coupon model. So what we're going to do is over in valid coupon, we're going to take this, and I know I said it's probably easier and nicer to keep your database lookup inside your rule, but you know, we change our mind. We're going to go ahead and return this from here, and make sure we pull the namespace in for this. Of course, value doesn't exist now. It needs to be this coupon. So remember, we're working with a request here, so we can access the request items from here. And we can just go ahead and use this now to inject it into our rule. So this get coupon model. Now we can switch over a valid coupon to accept this in the constructor, like so. And we can go ahead and of course set this coupon to the coupon that's passed in, not forgetting that we need to make this nullable as well. So the type hint needs to be nullable, really importantly. And let's just go ahead and set coupon just up here. And now we can just access this coupon as normal and fail it if it can't be found. We don't need the get model method because we're passed this in as a dependency. And I think this is a nice solution if you have things like this happening. Now, get coupon model, does this belong at the request level? Well, I kind of think of it like root model binding. If you're familiar with root model binding in Laravel, this will look up an item from your database depending on what you've passed into a parameter in a URI that you've defined within your roots. That is a database action at the request level. This is validation, but this request requires a coupon model based on the coupon code that was given. So what we can now do is, getting rid of this user and things like this because we don't necessarily need them in there, we can now just say coupon equals this, or sorry, in this case it will be request get coupon model. So we're extracting the coupon model from the request based on what the user typed into the field. So now if we just pop up back over here and give that a refresh, coupon test has been applied. The validation rules work as we would expect. And we now have, I think, a nice balance between plucking things out of the database, passing things into our rules, and of course validating as well. And if you're a massive fan of dependency injection, of course this does make things like testing a lot easier, that you can now pass a coupon in as a dependency, then I think this works really, really nicely. So there is how we use rule objects with form requests and get a nice balance to make this clean, but also nice and easy to test as well.